All right, so I'm back. I don't know what happened there. That was actually kind of weird. Um, but yeah, you can actually see that the performance here. So if we look at the disk, I'm like 30% saturating the disk. So I'm reading and I'm writing. So this is actually Postgres doing the writes, and the reads you'll see here are reading from the file itself. So so that's like pretty cool. So I have no idea how how much is going in there. But that file is 2.5 gigs. So 2.5 gigs. Yeah. I don't know. Hello everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is my first time streaming. I have almost no idea what I'm doing. Um, and yeah, I have almost no idea what I'm doing. um, I um, let's see. I need to figure out. It's making me. I'm using Streamlabs desktop. Does anybody else here stream? What tools do you use while I'm waiting on this thing to import? Oh, did it just like clear the chat? I have no idea what just happened. Activated shield mode, slow mode. No, I don't want shield mode. Turn off shield mode. Oh my gosh, did I just clear the chat for everybody? All right. Um, cool, I guess. Um, and I have like no idea who's in here. Like I have no idea how any of this stuff works. This is literally my first time doing this at all. But I think I need to get another camera from there because I have like three monitors. I've got one there. I've got a large widescreen like curve in front of me, and then another one that matches the one on the left over there on the right. Um, but uh, but yeah, that's kind of like what's going on here. So I'm importing this data into Postgres, and then we'll be able to actually, start working on our task of um, decomposing those hashtags that I was talking about here, like the regular hashtags, um, hashtags that are all like lowercase, and then figuring out what the actual tag should have been when it's properly cased. So that way we can help our friends that use screen readers and aren't able to, uh, well, this probably sounds horrible in a screen reader, like, because it'll think it's all one word. So we basically want to take this and split it out into this, but other things, other ways that can be split is something like that, right? So we kind of have to figure it out there, right? But that's all going to be done using this ngram data set, which is pretty cool. So I'm wondering if I could speed up some of these inserts. Let's see. So I'm probably going to have to move because I'm at 70% memory usage right now. I'm probably going to have to move Postgres to the rack in my room, in my office, um, where I have like couple hundred gigs of RAM and some more disk space there. Um, but overall, like it's really the index. Like when we start looking at some of these tables, and I think it's on the table, you can look at this stuff. No, I think it's on maybe it's on the table space. I don't know. This is my first time using Postgres. So if anybody knows, I would love to know a better way, a faster way to ingest these things. Um, all right, Wesson. Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you later, man. So I guess we have to look at the table space, maybe? I don't know. I wish I knew, but let's look at the database, right? So the ngram database properties. Oh, maybe I have to go to like statistics or something. Statistics. Yeah. Okay. So this table size, I don't know what a toast table size is, but the index is 50 gigs, and I guess the data is this 76 gigs, which about adds up. But there's also overhead for putting it into whatever the data structure that this is using internally is. But so if we look at that, and then if we look at ngrams 2, which is the one we currently implemented in, so we're at like 5 gigs right now. So I guess this is a way where we can kind of deduce where we're supposed to be. So there are no 3 grams, so this should be 0, which makes a lot of sense, right? So if we go here, we could actually see 5.28, and we go back to the, oh, things are starting to slow down. Things are starting to slow down. Um, yeah, things are starting to slow down. Does that mean it finished? Let's check. Oh yeah, it finished. Ah, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So let's remove this because that one's not fixed because it was supposed to delete that. So let's do head Google Books 1. All right, so the problem statement here now is we don't have, um, for some reason, the headers didn't get populated in there. Like I have some scripts that I wrote that are supposed to, well, the files should have headers on them, and I don't know where the headers for this one went, um, for some reason. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a new file, putting the headers out there, and then I'm copying it because I don't know the best way to like insert a, a row at the top of the file. I think you have to just like append to the end of it. So I'm just gonna like put this like this, right? Um, and now that I have that file, right? So now that I have that file, like that's what that looks like. So we're actually gonna do cat, not the fixed one, and we're gonna append for that stream out into the fixed one. And then when this is done, we're going to RM this, and it'll kind of act like a transaction. Yeah, that looks right. So let's see if we can like kind of optimize some of these. So what this is doing, it's just doing a straight append. So, oh, were you able to even see that? No, no, you weren't even able to see that. I'm sorry. There. So like we are missing the headers here. So I echoed the headers to the output here, and um, then you see we have the headers, and then I catted the file and appending, forwarding the standard output stream into this fixed file, one dash fixed, which will have the headers in them, so I could just import them like I did before. Now, that's just going to run, and that's, you'll see here, like check this out, like it's reading at 60 megs a second and writing at like 640. I don't know why it's like that, but I don't know. There might be a better way to do that. If you know, let me know. I would love to know. So let's go over here now, and let's look at let's look at all right. So let's look at 2. Okay, so you see here we've got the headers. They're all here. All the headers are here, and they're separated by spaces. The 2 n grams. So this is the first 1 gram, and here's the second one. And this underscore num is a part of speech thing. This is the way Google tagged them for like different purposes. So like things could be used as like nouns or verbs or whatever. There's different like parts of speech that the same word can use. So this kind of like helps separate it here. And this is just like numeric stuff. So what we want to do, let's actually see if, so I actually have a Google Drive with some of my scripts here. Uh, yeah, so I'm curious to see now if we go here and so we're importing into here. So if we do import export data and we are importing, so what file were we doing now? So we're doing number 2. So we're going to do number 2. And the format is comma separated value, encoding is UTF-8. So we're going to set some options. So we have a header, our delimiter is tab, we don't have quoting, we don't have escaping, we don't have null strings. So this should be like good to go. So these are the columns in the order that they're there, and do not match specified column value. Yeah, so this should be okay, right? So if we actually go here and then click view process, we can actually click here and you can actually see the command that's being passed in. So it's very similar to what we were doing before. So I think we might actually be able to skip the whole, I think we may be able to actually skip the whole, whatchamacallit, the whole CSV format stuff. Because what I was previously doing is like I wrote this like monster, no, not that one. I wrote this like monster script. Uh, where is it? Open with, and notepad. So like I wrote this script kind of like taking notes of what I was doing that does like downloads and stuff. And from there, and I'm not the best at like bash scripting. So like I would download them. This is the files, these are the files we're working with now. I'd wait for them all to be done and then I would ls them, xr them, remove the file extension, and then having concurrency of 20, I would add the headers to them. Yeah, I would add the headers to them, and then I would decompress uh, the gzipped file to append it, like write the stream for the decompression right to the file with the header, remove the gzipped file, and then for each one of those, like the 4 to 5 or whatever, like the ngram. So in our case, like this would be like the 4th ngram, the 5th ngram files, etc. And I was running the CSV format, but you see here, like I was like escaping them, like comma separating them instead of tab. Like I was doing stuff that probably didn't need to be done. I was just really, really tired because I needed to change. You see here, like the public dot ngrams one. I needed to actually, I needed to actually change that to the table that they're for. So let's go check and see how our stuff is going, how our rewrite of the file is going. Um, so the rewrite of our file is good. So we're gonna come over here and PC. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and we're gonna do, the file is, so these are the ones. So these are the ones, and this is the one. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there for a second. So I think this is, still running. So this other import is still running, which is really good, which means that our command will probably work, right? So this is our, we're doing the one dash fixed, and this is also one dash fixed. So we're gonna import two at the same time. And while we're here, let's try this other one. So, okay, so this is, we're gonna connect on this connection string, and we're gonna use this same one that we have put in here. Oh, what happened? Oh no, that's weird. I don't know why that happens sometimes with the way I like copy and paste. So like, and then it completed the ZSH shell stuff just kind of like did its thing there. So PG SQL, P SQL, and we're gonna go all the way here. And here's our file. So this guy doesn't, I don't think he gets another one, right? No. So then this guy over here, because it's like double quoted for some reason when it's in the UI like that. So that's that. And we're actually going to, so we're doing the twos, so the 2 grams. So we're going to skip twos. So wait a second, did I screw something up? So we're importing the twos, right? So this is the 2 gram. Did we run this? RM, oh, no, this was the one fix, and we're going into the twos. But we imported the 2 file. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Yeah, this kind of sucks. So I'm gonna like stop that, and oh no, this guy's still running. So this is the 2 grams. I don't, it's hard for me to tell. Oh no, this failed. Okay, yeah, the LS, because we have the int x here versus when it succeeds, like the shell tells me, right? How long something took. So I think I control C out of here. Yeah, and you see this would have failed anyway. So um so I shouldn't have stopped that. Oopsie. It's okay because it's transactional, right? And it's terminating. Yeah, so that's just rolling back the transaction. So, but that file was what now? That file was the twos. So we have the twos right here, and let's actually change this to not have that path because that path won't work from here. And so that's the twos. And we're gonna then and RM right there. And this is it. So this will import, and this is the -1 fix, -1 fix. So that's actually still running. So this one's going to roll back. If we go to the dashboard now, we should see like a bunch of stuff, right? Let's open up another shell and you can't see any of this. There we go. HTOP. So we can actually see what's happening here. So let's convert it to tree. And And let's filter F4 P sequel. All right, so we've got these two kind of going on over here, right? Yeah, so we've got kind of these two going here. I wish it like I could show you this whole screen deal here, but okay, so we've got that. So we've got two of these running. The ones we have running, you'll have to trust me, are on the file 1 and file 2, right? So now we're gonna actually up the ante a little bit here. So we're gonna move our H top to the front, and we're gonna do a few of them, and we're gonna do them concurrently. Uh, and so we're gonna do 3, 3. And am I missing any? Am I missing any? Nope. So we're just gonna put that into the background. Oh no, that doesn't work the way I think it did. I have to put the curly braces around it. All right. Yeah. So that guy gotta go like that, and then that guy is gonna go like that, and then we'll copy and paste that. And there we go. So that's now running the background. We'll see it in our H top, which is over here. So now we've got 3 happening here. It's weird how it's treed under that. But okay, I'm not going to ask about that. So then 4, now this is going to be really slow, but this is one of those things where you do and you walk away like for tomorrow or later tonight or whatever, because this stuff just takes forever. So that's 4, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. All right. So we've got those going. Let's look at our disk saturation. So our read speed, 23 megs a second, 20 megs. Our write speed, 70 megs. So this is, I think this is an NVMe drive. No, these ones here is, so the C drive is NVMe. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like move this to another drive to make it make more sense because it's just like taking up the bandwidth here. But you'll see like our transfer rates, we're hitting like 250 megabytes. When I was doing this before, I was able to achieve like gigabytes per second on some of the activities I was doing. Um, so that's pretty cool, right? So if we go here, we'll see that we've got them all here. Can't really see it, but let me see if I can. So you see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is importing a whole bunch at the same time there, and you'll see like my cores aren't even like breaking a sweat over here, on the Linux side at least, because I got 65 gigs of RAM or what, yeah, something like that. And then for the CPUs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 times 4, 24. So I have 24 cores in this machine, and this is a Xeon processor, um, running at 2.49 gigahertz. I wonder like if I should overclock this, right? But who well, I guess maybe it is, right? 220, 220. I guess that is going faster. I don't remember what I did with my configuration here, but I don't know. I haven't touched it in years. This machine's like 5, 6 years old, um, since 2017. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna leave this importing, and that's really where we're at with this whole thing. So I'm gonna let that import, and while that's importing, let's minimize some of this stuff here, and let me see whatever happened with our processes here. Okay, so this, okay, so that did terminate. So I'll just remove those processes. So those were dead. So that's actually really cool. So I don't have to, that like saves me a step, because I have these other ones. Um, so this is over here, right? I'm gonna leave that there so I can get that history. So this shell is good. This is the one I canceled, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so this is 2. Okay, so it looks like the 1 failed. So let's take a look at why the 1 failed. So we have it there, right? So so something is saying missing data for column type year. So line 2. So we clearly have this, but it's treating it as a single one. So let's look at cat minus t, which is going to give us, it's going to show us the tabs. So this is 1. So this should be a tab, right? Like that works. That's like an interesting thing here. So let's try CSV clean. I think this is what I want. No quote character. So this is to verify that file for us, or clean it rather. So make sure the encoding is UTF-8, and I don't remember what the V is for, but this is a command I used like the other day. So we will see exactly what's going on here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there's a bit of lag, I think. All right. Yeah, so that's gonna import. I wonder why this like is bugging out like that. And it's bugging out on line 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, you know what? Let's see how this guy does from here. So let's import him. This one's like 19 gigs too. I think this is that one. All right, so options, header, tab, none of it's quoted. Default's double quoted. This must be same as only when using so escape character, null strings. So I wonder, cat Google Books. And I know this is bad use of cat, but I can never remember the grep syntax. So grep. Oh yeah, there we go. So you see that? So it says that the default quoter quote character is that. So so this is the first n-gram, first 1 gram. The second 1 gram is actually a double quote. So I think what we have to do is um, with this one, we have to do CSV format. So I think we have to do CSV format, CSV format. Our file name is going to be, so that's our file name. We are tab separated. We want, I always forget the, all right, so T is tab separated, but which is the delimiter, overrides this. The quote char, we don't have a quote char. Quoting style used in the input, there is no quoting. There's no double quotes in there. There's no escape character, no field size limit. The encoding is UTF-8, so we're going to skip that. We're going to skip initial spaces. There's a header row, so we're not going to do that. Verbose, line numbers, 0, version D. So delimiter, we could use delimiter as, let's keep it tabs, because like, I guess that's less work. So keep it tabs. And then our quote character, let's quote it. And then out quoting. Quoting style used in minimal, quote all, quote non-numeric, quote none. So we want -u1, and then out, no double quotes, no, out escape character. What should our escape character be? Quoting is 3 is quote none. Oh, so do we even need to quote them? But it says that there's a default. So quote escape character. character used to escape the delimiter in the output CSV file if quoting 3 is specified, and to escape quote char if no double quote is specified. So if I don't have a quote char, I think I don't need that. How do you say no quote char? Well, I guess if we just leave it, and that will be the default, and the Q is quote char, quote strings in the output. Let's see how this looks. And I'll just go to standard out. So like this, you see, this is like what we're trying to do here, right? But when we get down to this, so if we do this, grep, I wonder if I could do that. Let's see. Maybe the more doesn't work like that. Let's just try this. Name it fixed for real. And let's see where we're going, what we got going on here. So we are at, so we've got 1 is being worked on right now, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means 9 has been finished. That means 9 has been finished, which means that we should have some 2 grams right now. There's probably a lot of contention from the inserts on here. I don't know. I got to figure out a way on how to split this up. Like I'm thinking like multiple, like I don't want to overcomplicate it, but I feel like multiple clusters with a bunch of read replicas and then just randomly choosing read replicas or something like that. I don't know. I got to play with it. Postgres should be able to handle this stuff. I mean, it can already handle it. It can already handle it like, I don't know. It can already handle like the queries with the indexes. It's like super fast. So I don't know what that really like should look like. Um, I just don't know. I really don't know. So I mean, who knows? Maybe the solution is putting it on like cheap object storage because I don't really have to query because I'm doing point lookups on everything. So I don't really know. So um, we shall see it. Now let's see what these properties. While that query is loading, let's see what the properties of this table look like. Statistics is what we want. So we're already at like 5 gigs for this, and versus like the ngrams 3, we're over here too. So, and if we look at like our dashboard, uh, I mean, I guess that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, these are like hot. You see the contention buffer, buffer content, buffer content. I don't know what an LW lock is here, but my guess is like they're all writing to the same table. So they're kind of like blocking each other, maybe, I guess. It could just be because of this read. Um, not this read, but don't save. Probably because of this one, this initial query. So I'm just gonna like not run that. And we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Really, I'm curious about like I really am curious about like some of this stuff here while we're waiting on some of these things to process. Um, where is my task manager? Uh, where is my task manager? Yeah, so I've like maxed out my memory doing these things. Like my CPU is fine for the most part, but it's like this RAM that's kind of like maxed right now. Um, plus I'm like streaming on here too, so I'm wondering if like there's a better way. I don't know. So let me close some of this stuff. Let me close some Mastodon, close some browsers because that's like a lot of RAM. Um, yeah, I don't. There's like some cool stuff. I'm looking right now at like the different widgets they have for for this open Streamlabs desktop thing, which is pretty cool. Um, so like I'm looking. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Let me see. I think I can add a source and I can do a browser source. Uh, browser source. Oh, I could like actually like put a browser in there. That's kind of cool. Okay, so let's try it. I'm down to try it. Okay, custom CSS, shut down when not available, refresh browser when scene becomes active, refresh cast of current page. So, so if I do this and let's see, browser source. Okay, so then I I don't think I can interact with it though. That's what's like weird. Yeah, I don't think I can interact. I think it just like shows like browser as like a thing. So I don't think that's what I want. Um, I think what I want to do is share a window capture, and this is browser. Uh, what is this one called? Widgets gallery, automatic, match title. Uh, Oh, that's like weird. I'm just gonna leave that. All right. So if I do, oh, this is like weird. I think what happened is like my resolution is like way too high. So I think I gotta kind of like scale this guy down a little bit and put him over here. Yeah, I'm like all new to this, so pardon me. Yeah, I'm just playing with this thing here. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna actually just remove this browser and remove browser source kind of thing. Let's remove that browser thing, and I'm just gonna bring this tab over here. So while that's importing in the background and see CSV format's running. So like if we actually, oh fuck. Oh no, this is good. This is correct. I'm overwriting that file. So if I do tail F, see that? We've got everything being tab separated but quoted. And I wonder like, yeah, see the double quotes right there? That is the escape character by default. So that's cool. Um, okay, so it's actually running. That's pretty cool. All right, so back to this other thing. I was looking at like some widgets here. Oh no. All right, widgets and tickers. I'm totally curious, like what's going to happen here. So, let's see. Widgets, logo maker, intro maker, Twitch clip. I don't even know. So, okay, so what do I like do here? So it's like following, uh, follow and subscribe, Twitch chat question. Oh, that's kind of cool. So let's see. So description, will that link work? Yeah, that link works, I think. Yeah, that link works. What you'll receive. All right, so what do I do with this? Instructions document. Oh man, I'm super excited about this. So like, I'm gonna download this, but like, where do I put it? Your download should be rendering in a new window. If you don't see one, contact support. So if I save that, like, what is that? Okay, I guess I saved to my account. So that's gonna render. So like, where am I supposed to put it though? So this is a reminder animation. I don't even know what to do with this. So hopefully their instructions are good. So while that's happening, like what other things should I have? Like, I don't really know. YouTube subscribe, check out my links, creator code, Patreon, Reddit, sponsor, merch, TikTok. Looking for a Mastodon one. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. YouTube sub count banner. No. Let's see. This is still converting the video. Okay, so this is just like follow and subscribe, right? Like, is that, oh, that's for Trovo, Twitch chat question. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, what are you supposed to like do here? I don't like watch a lot of a lot of Twitch stuff. I probably should, right? I don't use Twitter anymore because of Elon Musk. And I mean, I wish there was like a way to like do just like a link. Oh, share, Twitch share. That's kind of cool. But isn't that like, what's the one that I did before? I don't know. All right, so save, download. I mean, are they like really like doing this in the browser? That's a good way to save money. It's smart. I'm into it. Emote maker. I don't know what emote maker is. Bio link. All in one link by. Oh, this is like Linktree. All right. Um, weird, but okay. Intro maker. What's an intro maker? Leave intro editor. Oh, this is like a starting soon. Like I see. Merge store. What's a Twitch panel? Discord, Twitter. Discord, Twitter. Subscriber. I don't know what those are. I have to like figure out what those are. Uh, creator sites. Add more socials. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Add more socials. Discord. Okay, so like add your handle or URL link. So my Discord is, I guess I like go here, right? And I click on my profile. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to, yeah, I don't know. Profile. Yeah, weird. Don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna like leave that like that for now. I do have a coffee, but that's not here. Uh, Patreon. Yeah, what's my Patreon? Patreon. Oh, throw. And then I have like on my website, I don't really have, oh, it would be on GitHub, like sponsorships. That's why I created a Patreon. Okay. What other ones are there? Facebook I don't use. Snapchat I don't use. DeviantArt no. No Tumblr. I still don't understand Tumblr. So like I think that's cool for now, right? All right. And so these update on the live site. So it's like got a picture of me. So you can, who am I tipping? What? Add a GIF donation. Yeah, okay. Go straight to the top of the leaderboard. Oh, that's actually cool. Add an effect to your donation alert. That's cool. Cool. All right. And then, so I got that. Content. I don't have any merch. Cloudbot loyalty. I don't know what Cloudbot is. Streaming. Twitch. Set your live stream platform. This is stream service. Blah, blah, blah. I think they only let you do one. at a time without paying. Design, color. I'm more of like, I'm into this like blue, like that kind of a blue, right? That's kind of what I'm into. Font. Oh, that's some cool fonts. What I really want is Kojiso. That's kind of cool. I wish I could like upload my own font. And navigation settings bar drop down. Sure. Link settings, primary page, tip, home. Okay, primary site URL. Claim a custom domain. Manage domains. Oh yeah, pay more money. SEO. Keyword. Select fave icon. I think one of these is me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh. Oh, you can select it. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. That's cool. All right, save changes. No. Okay, so I guess you can't. Google Analytics, Facebook picture. All right, so like that's that. Customize your donation monthly. So like that's cool. Okay, so it's got like all my links up here. It's got my live thing. Home. So what's home look like? Oh, home is I guess my stream. Oh, home is I guess my stream. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So it's like a different interface to the existing stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So it's like a different interface to the existing stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So it's like a different interface to the existing stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So it's like a different interface to the existing. All right, cool. All right, so that's what that is. That like kind of makes sense. Now, what are, oh, let's check on these videos. Think your download should have started, unzip your file. Okay, your download should have started, unzip your file. Yes. Yeah, so let's unzip my files. Each their separate folders. And Twitch chat questions. How good do you think these instructions are? I have no idea. So instructions guide. Basic looping. Open the streamables, drag and drop into the main window of your sources panel. Control timing, video editing, Premiere Pro, After Effects. So what exactly am I doing here? So open and drag and drop the WebM. So WebM, main windows or your sources power. Okay, so that's like right here. Okay. And you can also click that, add new media source, double click on the name of your source to open a setting. Check loop. That's what I'm doing over here. Check loop. Control timing with the sponsor banner widget. Click the plus sign, new source, select sponsor banner under widgets. I don't have a sponsor yet. So upload your social reminder to your media guide. If there are no images, plus near sources, select sponsor banner widget, add images. Upload your social reminder WebM to the media gallery. So how do I upload to my media gallery? I don't know. So if I click here, they're saying add image, sponsor banner, add image, sponsor banner, sponsor banner, sponsor banner, sponsor banner, sponsor banner. Sure. Okay, yeah. I don't think that does it. So, okay, I think I know what I did here. So, local file, use hardware decoding where available, apply alpha and linear space, FFmpeg. Okay, so it actually just stores it on that place in disk. So let's see if I do transition. Oh, look at that. Ask a question, but you can't click on it or anything. And then I guess loop, restart playback when source becomes active. Yeah, that's kind of a weird one. Like I don't know how I feel about that. But I guess you have to like stay on top of it. Do these streamers like have people like professionally like doing this for them? Do they have like production people? Like, this is just weird. Like I don't know. Do these people like have that? Okay, so if I like go like this, but there's like transitions. Like I just don't understand because this is all new for me. Filters. So when I like transition, I guess I'm in editor but studio mode. So edit live. So if I do that, share the stream. Yeah, I don't know. I have to like play with this. Like I'm gonna have to like, oh, and then you can like hide this. Okay, so if I like go like this, yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I gotta play with this. All right, that was close file when inactive, use hardware decoding. Yeah, so I'm just gonna like delete that and yeah. So transitions. So these themes are like what's kind of weird here. So widget, don't know. Widget themes, scene themes. All right, so like I guess this is like a real thing. Like people are like into this. Oh, yeah. Hello, hey, we the front end. What's up? How are you? How are you? So I was just playing around, trying to figure out how this all like works here because I'm like new to this. This is my first stream ever. I'm doing great. We're waiting on some background stuff to process here, and I was just like trying to figure out because this is literally my first time streaming, so I'm trying to figure out some of the stuff that this thing can do. I'm so like I figured out how to do some like stuff like all the flashy things that people do. So that was kind of cool. Um, anyway, all right. So let me catch you up, right? So are you interested in what we're doing? Are you an engineer? Are you just curious? Like, what's your deal? So I can like tailor this to my audience here. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. I haven't played with React in like a very, very long time. So, um, so what I'm trying to do, you ever hear of Mastodon, like the Fediverse and stuff like that, where a lot of Twitter folks are leaving to? Anyway, I run a Mastodon instance called publicsquare.global because I truly believe that things like Twitter and like social media in general is should be a natural right for people, um, because that's how communication happens these days, like online. And things like Twitter for me, like I love Twitter, well, used to at least. Um, it was a great equalizer because you could literally reach out to your favorite artist or author or a politician and have like a direct a direct line to them, and they'll respond a lot of the times. It's pretty cool how you could like break down that barrier of having to go through layers of people to contact somebody, which was really awesome. And a lot of people have compared Twitter to a public square, but the problem is it's owned by a company, right? It was owned by shareholders, driven by profits, et cetera. And now it's kind of like not the same as it was. So something like Mastodon that's defederated is uh, is a really cool thing and really what Twitter should have been and should become. But we're past that. So basically, the problem I'm trying to solve is um, lots of folks on Mastodon, they post hashtags and it's like all lowercase, for example. Um, and you know, it, for people who use screen readers for accessibility, uh, this camel case, all the hashtags kind of a thing. It's screen readers like choke on that and they have no idea what's going on. So the idea is to write a piece of software that uses large data models and some predictive analysis to determine what this is supposed to be. It's in this example, we want it to be like this, right? But the way you could break it apart is you have to check letter by letter and see what are real words and try and figure out what it can be. For example, camel case all the hashtags when all lowercase can be camel case all the hashtags, right? It could also be came, the letter L, case, A L, T, the word he, the word has, the word H, the word tag, and then the word tags, right? Or the word tags, right? So it can be like that. Um, so what we're doing is we're using something. You ever hear of Google Ngram? I wonder how about the lag is on this. Like, I wonder. I'm gonna like look at it on my phone and see how bad the lag is. Yeah, exactly. Other languages. Exactly. So Google has. Let me actually pull up the site. Um, so they have like a UI for it, so you can like see stuff like basically when did Albert Einstein, Sherlock Holmes, and Frankenstein, like when did those become like popular? Like, and they did this by scanning books, right? Um, so you'll see like in the 2000s, like Frankenstein and Sherlock Holmes were written about more than Albert Einstein in various publications, right? So like if you were to do, and this is using the same data set. So if you do camel case all, so there's, so the word camel case is there, right? But like camel case, all of the hashtags isn't there. That exact set of words isn't there. Um, so camel case all, oops, never been written in these books. And this is going back like a while, right? A couple hundred years. So you have camel case, right? So you know that's a possibility right there, right? Um, and you, if you look here, you could say came L case never. Let me make it a little bigger. Never there. And you can even take off that word and you say came L, right? So that's happened, but very low probability. Um, so this is like overall frequency, this 0.0002863%. That value is like relative to all the words in 1935 in all of the books and stuff. Um, that 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 contain that. So it's probably a typo, right? Because they use like OCR for that. Um, and you can also check in like other languages also. Like they have a ton of languages here where they scanned a bunch of books and stuff, right? So, um, oh, let's do case insensitive. So you see like came L. Um, let's try the other one. So the hashtags, no surprise here. In 2006, people started using the word hashtag. No surprise there, right? Um, so if you do camel case all the hashtags, it's not there. Camel case all isn't there. So, but you know camel case is good. So that's like a high probability, right? You know came L case, there's nothing there. So that's probably not what the hashtag's supposed to be. So you know you've got the first two words right. Now you've got all the hashtags. So you put camel case aside as most likely the first two, right? And then all the hashtags started that around the same time hashtags started. So then you can say, um, so you can also look at it as like, is it two words? Well, no, because people didn't do that, right? They didn't put a space between hashtag. So now you know that you can take your camel case, all the hashtags, and you have a high probability that the first one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, the first nine letters represent the word camel case instead of came L case. Um, and then the second, all the hashtags exists. So people have said those two things. So what we're looking at is a combination of these two. Does that make sense? So yeah, that's what we're doing here, and we're using a technology called Microsoft Orleans. So I'm gonna bring that up. Orleans. If you can't see anything off screen, like I have a 4K monitor, and like I said, this is my first time. It like it like truncates like the bottom here. Like this is the bottom of where you can see. So like my mouse still has another like 5 inches to go. Um, exactly, exactly. That's exactly what I'm doing. So if they have Google Ngram down a data set download, right? So if you go to uh, oops, here, data set. So you can actually download, right? So you can actually download all of that data that's used to power that user interface you just saw, like with the graph and everything. And they're broken up. So this is like natural language processing terms, like NLP. 1 grams is like one word. So in that example that I gave you with here, right? This is a 1 gram. This is a 2 gram or a bigram when it's combined together, right? Because each one of these is a 1 gram, but combined, one, two, that's a 2 gram or bigram. Three of them is trigram or 3 gram. Four of them is 4 gram, I think. I don't know of another word for it. And five of them is a 5 gram, right? So Google scanned a ton of books, right? And they have all of these files to download. And this is like hundreds and hundreds of gigs. And what's happening over here is we're in the process of importing them into a database right now. So that's what's happening here. And it's going into a Postgres database. But like they offer this data set for free and they tag everything with the parts of speech. And they have all the different languages and they break it out American English and like stuff from fiction, books and stuff like that, right? French, etc. They do numbers, they do all sorts of stuff. Like it's all there. So anyway, so getting these data sets, which are free, and importing them. And what we've done so far, what I have imported is all of the 1 grams and of the uh, some of the 2 grams. We're in the process of like doing the 2 grams. Like right now, we started with the numbers, and you'll see like some of these files uncompressed. Like for example, the 2 grams that start with the number 2, that file is 8.8 gigs. So that's like a thing, right? It's like a big, these are big, big, big files. And I'm importing them in right now. But the tool I have so far, this is what I was live coding before, and I'll show you. So we're using something called Microsoft Orleans. I don't know if you've ever heard of the actor model. What the actor model does is it's a different paradigm. From bird's eye view, you basically pass down arbitrary strings to n-gram, where words are dissected at the unit level or gram level. Yes, correct. A unit is a gram, like a 1 gram. Then data sets are collected and combined for each unit, which are then used to generate the models for the hashtags. Exactly, exactly. Now, in that data set, that's exactly correct. In the data set, let me show you what the raw data looks like. It's kind of easier right now. So head Google. All right, so you have like columns, right? And let me do a different one. 8. Oh, 6. All right, so in this one, let me move it up so you can see it. There you go. So this is like a tab separated file, right? So the header is n-gram, the year, the match count, and the volume count. I don't fully understand volume count, but I think volume count represents like that percentage that we were seeing. And it's separated out by year. So the pattern, the bigram of the number 6 separated by a space followed by a negative 44 in the year 1856. Out of all the books they have from 1856, it was only there once. Now, if we look at the bottom of that file, so they also tag it with particles of speech, right? So 6y2 was is a noun, and so 6y2 was tagged as a noun. There's a space and then in. So 6y2 space in period. I don't know what that means. It could be a typo or whatever, because they did this with OCR. But you'll see, like in 2008, it was kind of like that, right? So less. These are ones that just start with numbers. So let's talk about Orleans. So Orleans lets you scale without like thinking about it. And there's a neat little dashboard tool that tells you what's going on. That tells you what's going on in the cluster right now. So right now nothing's going on. And so we wrote a little console app here. So this is the server. We don't need to worry about that for now. The client application. So we're going to enter an n-gram. So I've entered all the 1 grams, which are the one word items. So like the word apple. Apple is a 1 gram and it was found. And you'll see here like activations. So as we do this, you'll see the n-gram grain, which is like an instance of it in memory. It stays in memory. So you see it took like a little bit under a second for Apple to happen. Now you'll see Apple happen instantly because it's already loaded in memory inside the cluster. So if we do dog, I just realized you can't see that now. So if you do dog, there we go. Is that better? Yeah. If you do dog, dog was found, and it's like instant now. Now if you do cat, encyclopedia, we found encyclopedia. We could try my name. It was found. We can try car. Front end. Front end was found. The word we was also found. And you'll see like as it finds hits, it keeps them loaded in memory because it doesn't have to hit the database for everything. So words in English, there's a lot of like common words and common parts of words. So in that case that we're talking about, where we were talking about all the hashtags, right? So if we enter in, we'll start with this, right? Start with that, and it's a 1 gram, but it wasn't found. Okay, so we know that's not the thing, right? So then what we'll do is we'll basically just one letter at a time. Um, we'll probably start, yeah, so one letter at a time. Like, so C, yeah, that's there. A, that's there. M, that's there. E, L, right? But we probably won't do it like that, right? It probably should be C, A, M, E, L, C, A, C, E. Let me just paste that. So that's not there, right? Then we'll do that's not there. That's 2 gram, right? Then we'll move the space. That's not there. And we'll keep going, right? And we'll basically take once we have for each one, each time we move the space, we'll check it. Camel was found. So we know camel's a word, right? Came was also a word, like CAME was also a word. So that's a possibility. So we keep track of all of the portions of that input string that were found. And so then, we put that one aside and then we do CAS E case was found. So let's put a space there and then ALL kind of thing. I think you get where I'm going with this. So we're basically trying to figure out once I load in, like we saw when I did camel case all, um, camel case all came up as I think it came up, right? And Graham viewer, camel case all. So camel case came up. So we'll break these apart and we'll say, okay, case is legit. Like, and we'll also take into account recency and introduce some bias there. So that's kind of like what we're doing. And it's not going to be perfect because we don't have context unless we were scanning their tweets or toots or whatever, like where the hashtag was used. But even then, it's not guaranteed. And that's a much harder problem to understand, like context and sentiment of the um, of the intent, because a lot of times also hashtags like have nothing to do with the content, right? Um, so at least nothing directly that you could derive without understanding pop culture. But anyway, that's kind of like the problem that I'm working to solve, and I figured I would live stream it. And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Yeah, I think so. It's an interesting problem. I haven't ever solved a problem like this, and I think once I have all of uh, the data in there, for once I have all of the data ingested, like I still have like the twos, the fours, the fives, the six, the threes to ingest. I think it's going to be a lot more fun once I get more words in there. So that's pretty cool, I think. But just the numbers was like 80 gigs just for the 2 grams. So, but anyway, yeah, that's kind of what I plan to do. So I'm doing this in C sharp, and I the code's pretty straightforward. And this is like just temporary. I'm not going to actually leave it like that, right? But yeah, it keeps it in memory until it's no longer needed. Because if you're doing a lot of these things, um, you're going to come up just with like the way language is. You're going to see like THE a lot, and the word and, a lot of those words that are commonly referred to as like stop words in like search engines. So it's going to be fun. It's a fun little problem here to solve, and it'll help people. I'm working with a bunch of um, Mastodon server admins um, to to kind of get feedback on some of these tools, and hopefully they'll choose to run it on their instance, like as a bot kind of thing. So where, like, let's say you make a post and you have lowercase hashtags, we'll detect that you've got lowercase hashtags, and we'll send you a message saying, hey, you know, you should probably choose one of these hashtags, like to make it more accessible, and kind of call it out and bring attention to it. That's kind of the idea there. So I don't know, trying to do some good, and it's a fun, hard problem to solve. So what kind of stuff are you working on? Oh yeah, what's this? What is the side project? Oh, what kind of app? I always like hearing about like the stuff people are building. TV live channels, like IPTV kind of stuff. Is it live? I'd love to see it. All right, Jackal. Watch TV beyond boundaries. From across the globe, active database, cross platform. What's Surge? Okay, so it's IPTV player, right? Am I getting that right? And it's like a crowdsourced IPTV endpoint kind of thing. Ah,
Mùa xuân đã về. Ở Hòa Bình, đối với các hộ gia đình nghèo có hoàn cảnh khó khăn sẽ luôn có hơi ấm hộ nghèo, người có hoàn cảnh cần sự của cộng đồng. Hãy lan tỏa phong trào và cùng kết nối yêu thương để mang đến những mùa xuân ấm
How do I get
áp
back?
và ý nghĩa cho người nghèo.
Oh, it's a new window. Huh. I mean, that's kind of cool. So let's see. So I work at DigitalOcean and I worked on a product called App Platform where we also give you free hosting, but you also get SSL certificates and like you're fronted by Cloudflare for cache and stuff like that. And yeah, you also have like a domain that's free as well, but you can like bring your own domain and stuff like that. Okay, so like there's a bunch of United States stuff. So Plex. Oh, so these are like the Plex channels, like without the Plex. I see.
Qui se retourne, on pourrait dire, contre lui.
He finally managed to exonerate himself thanks to Clemenceau's support. And
This is cool. Okay, so like Samsung. Oh, I hate that Samsung. I have a Samsung TV and they're always trying to like they have like this their own TV thing and it like sucks. I hate it so much, the Samsung thing. Yeah.
and hope next day are then called birth. In fact,
This is really cool, dude. That's really cool. Cool stuff, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like the hard part is like the database part, right? Like obviously the UI and everything takes work and the experience and the UX and the design, obviously, but it's like the real value is like the database. How many users do you have? Where's the database live? I'm curious about that. Oh, this right here. Ah, oh, that's cool. Oh, dude, that's like really cool. Have you dealt with any like here's the database repository. Oh, you have a block list? Animal Planet. Why do you have a block list? Like what? I'm curious to see what happens here. It's takedown notices. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, that's a lot of takedown notices, dude. That's great. That's really cool. Nice stuff, dude. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out this whole like streaming thing. Like, yeah, I've never streamed before. It's totally interesting. I gotta find a tool that like works for me. Because I just feel like this whole thing is like way complicated. Like I don't understand. I've seen some of these channels where there's like all these things going on like on the screen, and I'm just like, how do these people have like separate production people? Like, what are they doing? Like, I don't fully understand. Totally don't fully understand at all. I don't fully, yeah, I just don't understand at all, at all, at all. Um, yeah, like I don't know, it's weird. The whole thing's weird. I don't fully get it. I don't fully get it at all. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Yeah. How do those people like do it? Like those crazy, like I've got all these animations going and these multiple windows and stuff like that. Like, and I'm still trying to figure out like how come um like so this is the bottom of the video screen, like right here, but I still have like 3 inches below. And this right here where you can see my mouse right here on the right side, like that's half my screen. So I'm guessing it's because I have a 4K monitor that it's like that, and that I'm not streaming at 4K or something. So that's what I'm trying to like figure out what exactly is like the deal here. So I don't know. It's a weird thing. Yeah, it'll take a little bit. Do you stream? What software are you using to stream? Oh, is Twitch Studio like their software? Oh, oh, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to give that a try. That's cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I peaked at. I'm just looking at like some of these like stats here. So like I peaked at. So I peaked at the followers, right? I got some followers, and and there's other achievements and stuff. But like I look at the summaries. I've been streaming for 4 hours today. Max viewers 6, unique viewers 26, live views 42. What's a stage? You see, I'm gonna have to like check on this here. So Twitch Studio download. So I've been using Streamlabs desktop, which seems pretty cool. And I'm using the XSplit camera thing to give this like cutout thing, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, like I have like so the way Streamlabs is set up, you have like an editor view where you can configure stuff, and then you've got like the live view, and then you click like transition. Um, so that's interesting. I gotta play with that. I'm gonna try that and see what works for me. Um, I wonder who followed me today. Cool. Yeah, that's cool. And I wonder how do people like play music on their stream? Like, oh, I think that means you followed me, right? Oh yeah, thank you very much. We the front end. All right, so I'll refresh this and follow you. And you're not. Oh, there you are. Follow. Okay, cool. And see activity. Cool. And then content, collections, clips, video producer. Okay, so this is interesting. So this was like a test one I did, I think. And then I got disconnected. So like, do I just like merge these? How does that work? Can you merge them? Yeah, because they have like this copyright claims thing where I guess maybe they have music that you can use, like that's license free. Playing recorded music in the background, you're at risk of receiving copyright strike, blah, blah, blah. It does not leave your stream on channel. You just go live and then disconnect. No stream videos are uploaded. Oh, really? Oh, oh no, that's not cool. Oh, that's not really cool. Like, I would love for it to be like able to be done, you know? Does it save the videos locally? Possibly. Streaming tools. Extensions. What are extensions? Stickers, quizzes, Pando, your virtual pet, game extensions, schedules and countdowns, tools that help you improve your stream. I need to like investigate this stuff. Dude, this is cool. Dynamic follow button. Displays follow button over the stream for any channels you want. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah. Cool. And that's kind of cool. What other stuff do they have? What's cool stuff that they have that I should be doing? Like everybody should be doing. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dynamic overlays. Huh, that's interesting. All right, see ya. Nice to meet you. Good luck on your project. It was pretty cool. I'm gonna stop streaming now too. Have a good night. All right, let's see where we're at here. All right, so we've got 3 that are being imported still. So, okay. And then let's see how big this file is. 23 gigs. Wow, that should be done any minute now. All those quotes added a bunch of space. Took up a bunch of space. So this is 1 fix. So this is 2. This is 1. So we've got 1 still needs to be imported. 2 is being imported. 3 and 4 are being imported. So let's see where we're at here. So if we enter an n-gram, let's see. So we should do 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4. Which ones are not there? Oh, 3 and 4. Of course, of course. So we're 5, 6, 56. 56 was found. So 5, 0. Oh, so we found 2 n-grams. That's pretty awesome. So that means the system works. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So then we should be able to do like 7, 8. 7, 8 is 2 was not found. You know what? I should probably make some colors for that. Let's make some colors for that. So I can easily see what the heck's going on here. So we're gonna do this and we're gonna say so we're gonna change this to right and uh, you know what? There's probably like a good library for for this. Let's see. Console color. NuGet console colors. Let's search GitHub. Let's find something really site github.com. All right, so like yeah, that's a pain, but let's see. Console colors. We gotta pick the one with the most stars. Sort by most stars. All right, language, C#. Better console tables, console colors, configurable, more robust console colors tables. I mean, so this is like cool and everything, but let's see. Like, I don't need tables. Let's see what their APIs look like. But I probably will want tables to like show stuff off. You know what? I think I've actually used this library before. So let's see. The code that generates this can be found here. I mean, all right. So you build your array of stuff, and this looks like a lot of work. Add column, rows format. So you're saying this is there, format or double, format money. Yeah, I don't think I need this right now. Console color. I want like some sort of like a fluent interface type deal. Why is this like topics, trending, explore? Uh, console color. All right, so repositories, sort by language, C sharp, and colorful console, sort by best match, most stars. Oh, that's actually cool. Look at that. Haha. Right, but like, what's the API look like? So this is just like, oh, that's kind of cool. Hasselhoff. Um, okay, so that uses Figlet. Yeah, that's not what I want. Uh, okay, so you just write it and you pass in the color. Okay, so that's interesting, but no, I want something more fluent. Um, Colorify? Let's see. Text, format, colors, alignment, and more. Ooh, wee. Colorify, reset color. Yeah, no, this still doesn't have like a friendly API. Yeah, no. Um, Whoa. All right, 24-bit color. All right, how does it work? Sample, 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 sample. Console app, program. Blah, blah, blah. VT console. Again, not what I'm looking for. Enhanced content, color encoding, fast rendering, markdown, HTML mapper. Uh, okay, stop showing me what it can do. I mean, that's like intense. Okay, so they use control codes within. Yeah, I guess that could work. Fluent color console. Okay, so this actually might be a good one here, but like these things don't have lots of recently updated. Let's see what's going on here. All right, yeah. So like that's cool, but that's it. That's it. Like that's all. That's it. Right color, right color. Yeah, no, that's kind of weird. Okay, so fluent console color. Yeah, this is like what I'm looking for. I think I wrote one. I think I wrote one like a long time ago. Organizations. Oh, I'll be right back. Hello, be right back. All right, back. All right, so turns out I did write one, like console colorizer, like a long, long time ago. Um, 7 years ago. Wow. Okay, so let's see. How does I don't even remember. Ah, yeah, this is not good at all. Like, yeah, so it would rapid, I guess. It was very verbose and it was not exactly, I don't think I ever actually used it. Um, yeah, that's not a good thing. This is a long, long time ago. Long, long, long time ago. Oh, beta.NET Core. Oh, this is like, yeah, look at that one, huh? That's great. That's really great. Um, that's really great. It had 9.2 thousand downloads though. All right. All right. So like Fluent Color Console, let's see. So yeah, I think that this is probably the best one. Let's see. Is there a NuGet? There is no NuGet. And this is also 5 years old. Oh, there is a NuGet. Fluent Color Console. Please target something. Uh, Targets, dependent frameworks. .NET Standard. We are golden. So let's try that. Let's give that a go. All right, we're down to two, the two and the three. And then, so here's the two. Then we just need this. Oh, that finished. That's awesome. All right, so now, all right, so the file now is this file, and we've got to go here and fix for real, fix for real. We're going at 2 grams. All right. So now we've just got these last two happening here where we've got the ones being imported, the twos and the threes. So that's pretty awesome. So that's happening. All right. So now let's add this NuGet in here. Let's get some pretty colors going. All right. So we're going to open this. Add a not a project reference, add a NuGet package, manage NuGet package, and we'll put this guy in. We'll just run random stuff. Screw the supply chain. Oh, look at all these like other ones, like 6,000 downloads. Oh, but they do like that versus chaining methods. I don't know. Fluent way to style text for system.console. I don't know. Let's see. When was this even? Colors can be interpolated within strings. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe this is like a better move here. So colored console, set color green. One cool thing about colored console right line is that, I mean, this is actually not bad. When was it last? 5 months ago. Oh, dude, this is like brand new. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give this dude a try. So interpolated color console. All right, so how does this work? So we're gonna, so we got that, and let's see, how is this guy supposed to work? I mean, where did that whole thing go? What was the name of it? Interpolated color console? Yeah. All right, so let's put that off to the side. So color console read line, so I just can get rid of this, and I can just get rid of that. And I can do colored console, right line, color, console color, oops, console color dot red. All right. Okay, so like that's cool. But like, oh, so that's the right line. So, and then you can do colored console, right line. That's the standard color. And then we can do, so this would actually be, oh, so you can modify them inline. So I could actually do blue, dark blue. Is there an original? How do you like go back to what it was? Oh, okay. So then you just do this. Symbols that previous color. All right. And then, so then in here, so this is actually really cool. So then write input dark blue. So I'm just going to do this was not found. So then, so this could actually just be, but we're inside this. So this is going to evaluate. I wonder how this works. Let's see. So this is going to be console color dot, if it's round, green, and not found is going to be red. Not found. And we're going to put this guy to previous color. This is actually really cool. I have to go look at the code and see how this shit works. So let's see. Not found. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. I wonder if it puts like VT100 codes or like ANSI escape characters in there, and this thing just parses it. So let's see, help. Help is in 1 engram, and green found enter. So it doesn't work when you do that. Okay, so that doesn't work, right? So if we do and return engram, so this has to be like right. Reset color, reset background with color, with color. Okay, so I think this has to go like this. I don't think we can do that. So how did this actually look? So I don't think we can do, not that one, this one. Green, green found enter. So help is fine. And then this has to be this dot with color. I think we got to do it like that. And then console color dot red. And then we're just not putting it in here. And this interpolation goes away. And this interpolation goes away. And then not found. So this interpolation goes away. And this interpolation goes away. With color, you know what? Let's break this down a little. With color, all right, so was with color green or red? So if it existed, it's green, otherwise it's going to be red. And then we're going to write line because we want to write the actual line. And that's going to go like this. Okay. We don't need the interpolation here. So that's with color. How did his sample work? How does this guy's sample work? So with color, oh, okay. All right, so it's not with color, it's right line. And then we're just gonna have this. I think that's it. I'm not gonna use dark blue. Dark blue is a little dark. Let's see. If this works, that's pretty cool. All right. Hello. Hello is 1 gram. Hey. Not found. Awesome. That's pretty cool. So now I just need to put like a period here. And then this is going to be, so this actually has to be right. And this has to be right line or with reset color. Oops. Reset color. Right line. All right, let's try that. And we should have a period at the end. I mean, that's cool. This is a good library. Good library. All right. Oh, all right. That. And he not found. All right. That is great. That is great. Hey, 01 was found. 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so the twos are done. Let's see where we're at now. So that's actually kind of cool that we just added that color real quick. So let's commit that. Add colors to output. All right. And so that's good. So like that's really awesome. So we have that. So now the next thing I want to focus on is getting the rest of that data set in. Um, so getting the rest of that data set in. So how do we do that? My memory is at 97%. So I think what I'm going to have to do is move this to a place with more RAM. Like, I don't know. Let's see. So let's see. Maybe I can fine tune some of this. Like in SQL Server, you can configure the amount of RAM that it eats up. Because I don't really need that much for the index in memory because I'm not going to be hitting it. It's not going to be like a hot path. Uh, PostgreSQL limit RAM. So one connection is 2 megabytes of memory when idle. How to limit the memory available to Postgres. Max server, shared buffers, temp buffers, resource consumption, shared buffers. This is 7 years ago. Does not have a single easy adjust parameters, max memory usage. One might think that there would be tunable, however, that's not available. Shared buffers, temp buffers, max connections. Let's look for something like newer. Number of databases, relations per database, relation size, rows per table. Uh, Postgres SQL set max memory use, set memory limit. Da, 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 da. Configuring memory for Postgres. So you've got these guys. Shared buffers, but like where am I setting this? Is runtime config. Memory. Where do I set this? Yeah. How to set only be set at server start. All right, so I could set that. How do you read what it is? So I want shared buffers. So it's probably in one of these things right here. So general, advanced, parameters, no, properties, server. So version 15, SSH tunnel, oh, this is like the connection. So, I mean, like, do I set it like here? How to check usage of it. Show shared buffers. Okay. So, here. Hundred and 128 megs. So that doesn't seem like a lot, right? Uh, 128. So max value. I'm assuming that's in bytes. Divided by 10024. 10024. Divided by 10. Oops. That's kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes. So it's set to a gig. Shared buffer set to a gig. No big deal. All right. So then what are some of the other pieces? How to limit memory. Let's see, work memory. That seems like a lot, right? That definitely seems like a lot. Working memory. 4 megabytes. That is not. Limit user can request. Limit resources, particularly user. Ulimit can be used to create process-specific resource limits. Nope. So shared buffers, maintenance work. $64 megabytes, and then effective cache size. So I guess I want to like basically tune it to for less memory. So working memory for shared buffer. So I guess these are the defaults. Maintenance work, effective cache size, configure Postgres SQL for low memory environment. Seems promising here. I've decided I want to get to know Postgres, blah, 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 but only 512. Congratulations, you've already won. The default settings are designed for your use case scenario. Okay, default's too conservative. I said my laptop is better. So default should be fine. Just monitor your RAM. Make sure you're not swapping, but you should be fine. Installed it and seems to be working. Still uses a lot of memory. Starts 6 daemons, but isn't counting the VPS. Keep in mind, unused memory is wasted memory. You want your DB taking up most of the remaining memory in your server. What is the size of your data set you expect? Can all the indexes fit in less than a couple hundred megabytes? So I guess I'm screwed, huh? Gosh, I missed that like one setting in SQL Server where you could like just right click and say don't use more than like 5 gigs of RAM. Um, yeah, it sucks. So 1 and 2 are still being done. So don't set the pools buffers too big, and that's your total memory. Usually around 20. So shared buffers to be 25 to 50% total RAM you intend to grant, but that was at 128 megabytes. So, and working memory, the actual memory used is roughly shared plus max plus work times working memory, and depends on your average query complexity. So our queries are not complex at all. If you do simple selects, n will be 1. If you do lots of sort of subqueries, default value for work memory is 4. You shouldn't reduce unless you know that you cannot have even that much. In my experience, if you need to set work memory higher, you probably should improve your queries instead. Ha! All right. So I guess that's what I need to do. So I need to, where was that page where it said how to set? There's like an alter statement or something. How to set shared buffers. If you want shared buffers, you put 15 instead of that. Shared buffers. So select this. So that would be that. Okay. 8 KB blocks, 15 is 15%. 7.5 is 7.5 gigs of RAM. So 1024 convert gigabyte to kilobytes. So unify against shared by 8 is 8K. So then you have, I advise leaving these and updating 32 by this. It would be 50% even if you upgrade or downgrade. let's try that. What do you think is going to happen? I have no idea either. No idea. No idea. No idea. Hey, welcome. How are you? All right, so let's try this. Set shared buffer. So we're at 128 right now. Let's try 64. All right, so like, is my memory going to like drop or something? I'm trying to figure that one out. Trying to figure that one out. No, it did not drop. I guess maybe I have to restart it or something. Uh, yeah, I don't know. All right, well, I guess I could just get more RAM and solve it that way, but it'd probably eat that up too, so that's like not really cool either, right? So I will deal with that another time here. So limit parallel form makes for connection. Unclear. 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 Um, Unclear. All right. Well, back to the game at hand. All right. Let's go back and start working on back to the game at hand. All right. Let's go back. So we'll see here. Strange. I have no idea how to see who is, um, I have no idea how to see the whole, uh, I don't know. I have no idea how to see who is in the chat. Like it says two people are in the chat, but I have like no idea. So any help would be like appreciated if anybody happens to know um, who those two people are. All right. So anyway, maybe that will like work eventually. Who knows? But we've still got two files importing, and now I want to start importing. I wonder how much space I have left. Like these things are like expensive. Let's see. I think it's on my C drive, perhaps. All right, I have a couple hundred gigs. All right, let's see. So those are importing. This is the twos that are importing, and all that's left. Did we even import the threes? Yeah. What is left? So the ones and the twos. Oh, we had an error here. Yeah, so the threes failed for whatever reason. So Because if I look at exit code 1, yeah, so this one failed. Unterminated CSV quoted. So this is the 4s that failed. So the 4s failed. Okay, so 1 and 2 are going. 1 and 2 are going. 3, 4, and 7 failed. So let's verify that here because I could have sworn I saw a 7 there. So that's running. Let's run our project here. I'll be right back. All right. All right. I'm back. So let's see. So we should have 7 from the 1 grams. So 7, 1, 7, 7, 7, 7. So the 7s didn't get in there. 8, 8, 8, 1. Did they not get in there either? 7s, 8s. So let's see how we can do this now. Head. Here you go. Here you go. All right, so let's see. So 7, 8, 7. All right, so we're gonna have to escape those, I guess. All right, let's remove that file. We don't need that one anymore. All right, so the 2s and 3s are being, 1 and 2 is being imported. So 1 and 2 are being imported. So now we've got 3, 4, and 7. So let's, we have to reformat. We'll reformat it using the same CSV format one that we did. All right, so this one. So this is going to be 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 are going, so we need to do everything except 1 and 2. We need to do everything except 1 and 2. So we're going to do 3, and we're going to do that. And we're going to do 3 fixed. And we're going to and then we're going to RM once this is completed so we know it completed successfully. All right. And we're going to do that to copy that. And so it's the 3s. And we're going to do so 1 and 2. So everything except 1 and 2. 3 is done, or 3 is in progress. 4 is going to get done now. And we're going to do that. So 4, and then 7, 7, and 7, 7, and then so 1s are done. And so 1 and 2 are being done, 3 is being fixed, 4 is being fixed, and 7 is being fixed. All right, I'm gonna let these guys all process, and then we're gonna go ahead and import them. And I'm gonna sign off for today. I'll probably be back a little later. Thank you everyone who came by and said hello. This was my first time and helping me work out some of those kinks. Thank you.